baby's crying, you go get the formula and you heat up. Man, what do you do for him? Hey, go outside, swat a few flies. I'll be there in a minute. I mean, really. I mean, is this real? I mean, or is there any authenticity to this, or is this just another fake video?
Oh, shit. Look at that thing. Is that a missile? Or is that a meteorite?
Man, grand rising to the collective. Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos very smooth, 7. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching on your TV, whatever the case is. I wish it was smooth 7. Might be a trigger warning or 2. I hope not. I seen the comments. Some of y'all been wanting more music. Y'all been telling me like, man, we want more videos, more music. I got y'all. I just want to give y'all quality. It's been a minute. I had some setbacks, had some features not come through. I had a whole lot of little mishaps, things that just don't sound right to me, but I got it coming. I got y'all. I seen another comment. Some of y'all said we coming with 4 videos, but throw up 8 fingers, bro. If y'all think about it, I mean, we damn near be putting out about 8 videos damn near in 7 days. I ain't gonna hold you. I hope everybody doing good. I hope everybody straight. I hope everything going in y'all favor. I ain't gonna hold you though. Y'all know what it is. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
Yo. Look at that, y'all. What the f is that right there on the ground? Excuse my language. Look at him blinking. Y'all see that shit? That shit changing colors. Y'all excuse my language, but boy, that's crazy.
I ain't never seen that before. What y'all? Somebody enlighten me?
Julian Ingram, who just killed his ex-partner Sophie Quinn, her unborn baby, her aunt and her partner, was out on bail for assaulting and stalking her and had an AVO against him. Because of course he was. They always are. Molly Ticehurst's killer, her ex-partner, was out on bail for assaulting her. Adrian Bailey, a repeat, was out on bail for rape again when he Jill Ma. Manharan Monis, who held up the Lint Cafe, was out on bail for 40 counts of sexual assault and conspiracy to his ex-wife, who was set on fire before he went into the Lint Cafe and committed a terrorist event. What is the common denominator here? Not only that it's men, but also that our leaders are totally ill-equipped to prevent these kinds of crimes, which don't just impact women. That should be enough. But then these men receive the message that no one's going to do shit to stop them. Misogyny is an ideology, and it is well and truly alive in this country, and it is ignored by our leaders. Where are our hate crime laws? Where's our day of mourning and remembrance for the 77 women killed last year, for the 101 women killed in 2024, all on your incompetent watches? Hate crimes are perpetrated against women every day. We are assaulted and stalked, and you do nothing about it. We are 50% of this country. We vote for you and we pay taxes. Do your jobs, you incompetent cowards.
What's y'all thoughts? It's about to ruffle feathers.
Sitting here for hours trying to figure out how this thing works. This is definitely a piece of technology. And why this light is amber orange. The eyes, and why there's eyes on it. The third eye, and why there's the sun and the moon. Computer chip or wiring diagram type figure. And why there's 7 of everything. 7's a very interesting number. And watch this. One thing I've noticed is that they're finicky. Light comes on, but it doesn't want to every time. And I don't know why. And where's Anubis? He has to be turned this way. How the hell does this thing work? You see down here on the bottom, you can see the contact points. Where does the energy come from? There's copper leads on it. Who the hell had the technology to carve this out of a rock? I don't know why. This is a mystery.
Facts.
I was watching Avatar when I started wondering, why does it feel so familiar? Think about it. The movie is about a group led by a general who wants to conquer a new world, to extract a super valuable resource. The protagonist falls in love with a tribal princess. She's the daughter of the tribe's chief. And in both stories, there's a sacred tree, a symbol of wisdom that the tribe can communicate with. And if that's not enough, the protagonist's initials are JS. Jake Sully, John Smith. So Avatar is the modern version of Pocahontas. Mind-blowing.
Do y'all remember early on when I said, how many can attest to this? When you dream and sometimes it feels like you're seeing a whole new environment. Like, as if the world that you dreaming of, you know is real, but it's not a place that they have told us in the school book that was real. You know what I mean? Am I right or am I wrong? Is this a reach? If you can relate to this. Does it or does it not look like how Avatar, the whole movie, doesn't it? Ain't that how it look? I'm asking for those, if y'all been rocking with this channel for a long time, I asked that question, I don't know how many, maybe like a year ago. So many said they agree with, they have traveled to places like that. So to those, did it look like Avatar to y'all? I think so. What's y'all thoughts?
3,000 years ago, they were more genius than us. Ancient coins, they made them so they look cool. Ancient locks that look simple, yet genius. Historians told us they had only axe and chisel. Does this look like axe and chisel work? Why did they live in mountains? And how perfect they cut. History is not what you have been told. Tutankhamun wore chariots. Hidden until found in 1800s. If they had not written or carved their stories on rocks, we wouldn't have known nothing, even if they knew the magic they carved it. They knew civilization after them would not be very smart to trace them. Just look how beautiful their art was. Do you believe they were super powerful or just like us?
It looked extraterrestrial hybrid to me.
Okay, but is the sun actually hot though? What's going on up here, man? Did I take am I in special? Do I need a helmet? Like, why would I? Listen, is the sun actually hot? No one asks this question. Because they're not all silly billies. No, listen to this, dude. Explain this. If the sun is a ball of nuclear fusion, woo! Nuclear, by the way. I haven't even talked to you guys about nukes yet. Have you heard about nukes? It may be as real as something that's fake, put it that way. I know, but trust me. The sun's hot, right? Then why is it? The higher you go in elevation, the colder it gets. Now forget about, I'm sure there's some like mathematical quantum formula. Like, well, it's because the pressure and the density, woo! But just think about this for a second. The higher you go, the colder it gets. Mountains, they're snow-capped. They're not barren deserts. The ones that are really tall, when you get up to those footages, it's shocking. Furthermore, do you know the deepest part of the ocean that we've explored? I'll tell you what it is right now. The deepest part of the ocean that we've ever gone, 7 miles. The sun is said to be 93 million.
I ain't gonna lie, the one at the bottom was running kind of weird. That looked kind of AI-ish.
New technology helped exonerate the Ramsey family. Touch DNA analysis found the DNA of an unidentified male on JonBenet's long johns. It matched DNA that was found earlier on her clothes.
The internet is straight up exploding right now. After Charlie Kirk's tragic passing back in September, people started digging deep into his widow, Erica Kirk's past, and what they've found on TikTok is blowing up like wildfire. Millions of views, thousands of wild comments, and a conspiracy theory so shocking that even Nancy Grace had to jump in on it. So here's the madness. Folks online are claiming that Erica Kirk might actually be JonBenet Ramsey, the 6-year-old pageant queen from 1996 who became one of the most talked about names in true crime history. Yeah, you heard that right. Internet detectives are convinced there's something way deeper going on here. And things got even messier when Netflix dropped a huge documentary about the JonBenet Ramsey case in November 2024. It's packed with new evidence, wild interviews, and strange connections that have people completely rethinking what really happened on that haunting Christmas night in 1996. Now, here's where it gets spooky. The timing of that Netflix release and the sudden spotlight on Erica Kirk have fans connecting dots that are seriously hard to ignore.
Been ruling people out for...
I don't know, man. That was a kind of a reach to me.
One night. That's how long locals say it took to build this place. Not by humans, but by ancient beings and jinns. According to legend, this colossal stepwell appeared overnight, carved into the earth by powers beyond our understanding. And when you see it, you might start to believe them. Over 1,100 years old, Chanbauri in Rajasthan, India, is older than the Taj Mahal. It descends 13 stories into the ground, with more than 3,500 perfectly symmetrical steps leading to the water below. Every angle, every line, impossibly precise, as if drawn by a machine long before machines existed. Even modern architects still wonder how such perfection was achieved in the 9th century. Maybe the locals aren't wrong after all. Maybe what we call myth was simply technology or willpower that we no longer understand.
Okay, so what have we got here? Absolutely, this is freaky. Now, immediately when I start covering this stuff, I know that I'm going to get stuff that's real. Some of it's real, and then I'm going to get stuff that makes me laugh. Now, this made me laugh at first, but the more I've looked into it and I go back and I watch some of the, stories about this, I've seen that for some reason people think this is real. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you think there's a possibility that this is not AI, that somebody took an actual baby and made AI, because that's what it looks like? Do you think there's a possibility this is the reptilian infant? This is what reptilian infant? Now, this is a different story, guys. I mean, you wake up in the middle of the night, the baby's crying, you go get the formula and you heat up. Man, what do you do for him? Hey, go outside, swat a few flies. I'll be there in a minute. Pop, pop, pop. Put him in a little container, drop him in his mouth. The little flies, and his little long tongue comes out. I mean, really. I mean, is this real? I mean, or is there any authenticity to this, or is this just another fake video? I've seen it before. I've seen the video, but I'm wanting to know, is there any possibility the reptilian infant is hungry and screaming and crying? He needs his flies early this morning. Go get him his flies before he gets mad shapeshifts to a world near you.
Let's hope there's AI. I mean, I think people use it's AI to make it, whatever they're watching, make themselves feel more comfortable. That's what I feel like. Sometimes it is AI. Sometimes that shit don't be AI. Sometimes that shit be what it is. And some people can accept it, some people can't. That's not for me to debate right now. I'm not sure what like I said, let's hope that one is AI. But we have yet to see footage of reptilian babies. So why aren't they out there? And if they are out there, I mean, I'm sure they are. They have to be born. How do we keep seeing them pop up out of nowhere and all these bases they got on the ground? But the only thing with that is, how can we say it's AI if we ain't never seen this shit before? You know what I mean? Like, that's my only question, where it's like, we quick to say something is this, but some of that shit we see, we ain't never saw it. So how we gonna say it's fake if we ain't never seen it? But we've been speaking on certain shit for who knows how long. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Look what I can see in the sky right now. What the f is that? Airplane literally flying by, but that's just far as
He need to get a car wash or something. Appreciate the footage though.
This is a recording of actually the Sacramento Sheriff's Department, who I called June 15th when my daughter left and never came home. Instead of them helping me and asking for her phone number, they did this instead.
The sheriff's office, your mom is trying to report you missing. If you're not missing and you just don't want to talk to her, can you please call her and let her know that you're okay? If you are missing, then call 911. Thanks.
If she was missing, how could she call 911?
I think that there is a law or something, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the person has to be missing for like 48 hours or something, and then you can call in and say that the person is missing, and then they can send out Amber Alerts or, you know, missing persons report, stuff like that. Now, don't quote me. I've seen something like that. I'm not sure if that's an actual law or if it's not, if that's people just talking, but I did read something years ago about that, so I don't know if that's why they did it that way. I don't know. I'm not justifying it. I'm just, you know, throwing certain things out there. If that ain't the case, that's messed up. I hope she came home and I hope the girl's good.
She's back! Anyone else notice the look that she has? It's the same look she had when she was Glamiana. And not only that, in the brown hair, she's speaking like how she used to.
And you know the Kirsten Dunst meme that she's like, of course I watch. That's my whole personality now.
That is your life now.
Seriously, I take it it's so exciting to be able to see incredible other artists and tell them how much you are moved by their work. It's fun. And
her voice is a lot deeper than it was during all of the Wicked interviews and the Wicked promoting that movie. And now her face when she's posing looks like how it used to, and I'm loving it. Like, just watch her face one more time. She does this look and it's like, oh my gosh, this is the 7 Rings. There we go. The 7 Rings Ariana is back. She's back, and I hope she's here to stay.
She's celebrating. That's not okay to go from looking like that. Like, what?
Okay, you guys remember how I showed you the maps that were here on Earth before 1958, before the governments took them out? And I'm going to show you the Encyclopedia Britannicas in the public libraries before 1958. Here's volume 2 out of the alphabet A. And we're going to flip to the Antarctica, and this is from 1958, as you can see. Now, we're going to flip to the Antarctica and see what the Encyclopedia Britannica from 1958, before the Antarctic Treaty, says is there. Now, you won't find this in the new encyclopedias because the government's banned them. But what I want you to notice right here is, notice how it says the flights proved inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. Take a really, really close look at that. Now I'm going to zoom it in for you. When they returned to New Zealand, these flights proved the inland areas to be featureless in character, with a dome 13,000 feet high at about latitude 80 degrees south, longitude 90 degrees east. Now, if this doesn't make sense to you, let me show you with an image of what a flat earth map would look like. Now, this is what a latitude 80 degrees south would look like on a flat earth map. As you can see, the dome comes down closer to you over the wall, which will be about 13,000 feet. Now, if you go back out into the center of the earth, or up the North Pole, and try to go up to the firmament with a little bit of calculation, it's going to show that it's about 385,500 feet away. It's really, really simple, folks. Now, if you're not familiar with any of this at all, and you're just now new to all this, you could say, well, this guy is crazy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But what you got to ask yourself is, why do all the maps before 1958 show a flat earth with the ice wall around it and a firmament, a dome? And why does the encyclopedia tell you that there's a dome there, and it gives you the exact height at a certain latitude and longitude? Well, the reason is because in 1958, that's when all governments and all nations of the world signed the UN treaty to ban all civilians from going to the Antarctica, and NASA came in and erased everything, just like they're erasing everything today. So again, ask yourself, if all this existed before 1958, why doesn't it exist now? How come it all of a sudden was erased and just disappeared out of your history books, out of your encyclopedias, out of your libraries? Wake up, people. Wake up.
I'm gonna ask that question directly to my Globers. I have to know. I want to understand. I want to understand what y'all feeling and why y'all feel this way. If it was once taught to us in 1958, why did they erase it? And then they deny that they've done any erasing. They won't speak on it. They won't talk about it. Why are they not telling the truth at this point? If we could build better back then that we can't do now, why wouldn't the civilizations before us be more advanced, be more knowledgeable, have more information than we got now? Why would we not believe them? You know what I mean? So I'm curious if, and this is like in a book directly, like not before 1958. I'm curious on y'all thoughts. If what would make y'all believers at this point? For me, when I just see them chemtrailing, it looks like they chemtrailing in the dome. For me. But everybody's perspective is completely different, and that changes everybody's reality. I understand that. So that's why I'm trying to ask everybody's perspective on this. Let me know.
Oh, shit. Look at that thing. Is that a missile? Or is that a meteorite? What the hell? It's breaking apart. What the hell? That's up in the atmosphere is what that is.
There's like two dots.
Yeah.
One right in the very center and one up on the top left.
What in the crap? I'd say I used to see something similar when at Vandenberg Air Force Base used to send rockets up.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looked like when they were coming through the atmosphere.
Those dots are getting further apart.
That is freaking nuts.
ISO speed for a minute. Y'all peep this shit. So, ISO speed has been doing some kind of, I don't know how many days he planned on doing this shit. But baby boy has been going all over the continent of Africa. Pretty much debunking the out of everything that was taught to us. Everything that was taught to us was African hated us. Africans can't stand us. Africa looked primitive. Africa looked broke as hell. Africa looked dangerous. Africa is dangerous. And yada, 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 right? And then social media started coming out. And a lot of creators started seeing how beautiful and gorgeous and stunning Africa truly is. But my thing is, why did it take all the way until ISO speed to show y'all the truth? Like I said, there has been plenty of content creators from Africa showing y'all the true Africa. How come y'all didn't pay attention then? Matter of fact, when all these little goofy group troops that be coming up to me talking about some, well, if you don't like being in America, then go back to Africa. What the f did y'all think? I posted up my damn Cash App just so these can send me money so I can go back to Africa. So with that being said, big huge shout out to ISO Speed. But at the exact same time, honey, this truth been out. Y'all should have been knew about this shit. Matter of fact, I already done told y'all about Africa last year. Let's not forget, in Ghana, they over there building a neighborhood just for African Americans. Oh, y'all ain't know that, right? Well, guess what? Now you do. So with that being said, to the next that tell me to go back to Africa, there's my Cash App right there. Help me get the out of here.
I want to see if they're going to be the comment of telling somebody go back. Let's put it like this. If we got a plane full of people who look like me, I'm talking about 100 planes. Let's say 1,000 planes full of people who look like me, and we took that over to Africa and said we employees of the Corporation of the United States, and we going over there for citizenship, that plane ain't gonna make it. That's gonna be another conspiracy. What I'm saying is not true. What I'm saying is not true. It was all for entertainment. Y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man.
Hey, in hell, I just caught this. Tell me if you guys see the same thing. This is Neil deGrasse Tyson talking with Joe Rogan. Tell me if you catch what I caught.
My nose is about to grow. Tell me what happens to his nose. It grows when he lies.
Did you see that?
Dad, my nose is about to grow, and if it grows, that means he was.
Did you see that shit?
I know you're not suggesting he was as good as Josh Allen last year. Let's clear that up.
No,
I know you're not saying that.
I think it gets lost.
He
in
was
how
better.
well he played at spots.
I agree. If you watched it, the circumstances were horrific last year. I'm not suggesting he.
I think it gets lost.
He was
how
better.
Well he played at spots.
I agree. If you watched it, the circumstance good as Josh Allen last year. Let's clear that up.
No,
I know you're not saying that.
I think it gets lost.
He
in
was
how
better.
Well he played at spots.
I agree. If you watched it, the circumstances were.
Is that cap or no? I seen that one. I didn't see the first one though. Did y'all?
Who you feel like? Yeah, probably who. Like, what's like somebody you ran across whereas like, you know how they be trying to, well, I ain't gonna say trying to, because it might be true, it might not be, but how they paint people like Diddy and shit like that. Who's somebody like you came across whereas like that shit, that's really what's going on type?
Chris Brown.
What?
I'm gonna show you a video. I want to see what you think about it.
Oh man, I want to say something, but I ain't.
Why you ain't saying?
Cause my hope you be. I'm shut up.
Say it, bro. Say it, bro.
No, I ain't gonna play like that. I'm just gonna see what he got. And then I'm gonna have to show food.
So this video was taken. Hold the phone. Watch his dunking here.
Wait, I'm confused.
Watch his dunking hand.
It kind of like what?
What the?
And then watch how he treat his hand when he come down.
He put it behind him.
Just look at that.
Yo, his hand transformed. Yo.
What's that?
Hey, bro. You know, the whole reptilian thing is a real thing, brother.
See, I thought you was y'all cool. See, Tay says Honey be kicking it with him. I thought you said some Diddy.
Yeah, that's the only
freaky
person
shit.
I know who can do unlimited the whole day with no problem.
Yeah.
Seen it.
I think I might have seen something that looked like that before.
So just explain to me.
But you know, cameras be doing shit like that too.
Listen, bro, I feel that. This footage is from years ago.
No, like not even AI, like cameras tweak at certain focal lenses and all type of shit. Like,
I feel that, but why ain't nothing else tweaking? Let's watch it again. Look at it closely. Why would he hide his hand then?
Yeah,
He put it behind his back.
Everybody that we see walking around us is not a flesh and blood human being like us.
Now I believe that though. I just don't know who or
How do you tell?
Thermal camera.
Thermal camera?
Are they cold or something?
Facts. If you see somebody at thermal camera and they not white hot and they blue, you know what time it is.
The sun is not a tangible physical object, but rather it's an optical conical focal point source of electromagnetic radiation. The sun that we see in the sky is a holochromatic projection of the true black hole sun that is emanating from the central vortex of creation. Cosmic invisible electromagnetic energy originates from the central vortex.
The Earth is a bhumandala. Bu means plane. It's a plane mandala. A mandala is like a square or a circle with all those beautiful shapes. According to Bhagavad Gita, Canto 5, the Earth is called Bhumandala on the island of Jambudweep, and in the center is Mount Meru, and Brahma sits on top. Brahma is Jehovah, Abraham, and from that magnetic mountain it shoots onto the firmament and creates the wormhole of the sun. It makes it. From Mount Meru. It is a clock which turns every 24 hours. It turns and it projects from the center of the Earth, magnetic, onto the firmament. Thank you, Pierluigi Gino, as well, the Italian genius, who said, "The sun is rotating above our heads in the ether." When
That one right there about to have a lot of disagreements.
All eyes are on Australia right now, and for good reason. This is the hate crime bill right here. I've been reading through it for like 3 days, and despite this document being rushed through Parliament off the back of an Islamic attack, it doesn't mention radical Islam once. 144 pages, no mention of radical Islam, no mention of Islamic. I thought maybe I'm just not seeing it. Maybe they're using the kind of language and I'm just not seeing it. So I gave the bill to ChatGPT and I asked, how does this bill deal with Islamic? This was the response I got. In short, it doesn't. It's designed to target right-wing or nationalist groups, but can also be used for general dissent. If this bill gets through, it'll be the worst thing that's ever happened to Australia. It's worse than because it affects everybody forever. It'll transform Australia into a police state overnight. It could potentially result in thousands of people being arrested straight off these people when they arrest them. Australia doesn't really have any room in its mainstream jails. Unless they've been building jails or internment zones in secret in preparation for this bill, that's very possible. This bill is very... It basically paints all white people as potential enemies of state multiculturalism, and anyone who's not white becomes a protected class of people. I'm serious. Heed my warning, because that's the essence of what I'm getting from this bill as I read through it. You can't criticize any protected class of people. You can't criticize government immigration policy. You can't really say anything. Every social political comment you make will potentially be illegal. But as I've been reading through this bill, a thought keeps occurring to me. I'm thinking, doesn't the government understand how unpopular this bill is going to make them? No sensible Australian is going to vote for them after this. So what are they thinking? Well, there's two answers coming to me. First, they're importing more voters. There's millions of people coming in from India, and this government is masquerading as the multicultural option. So they expect that new imported voting bloc to vote for them and keep them in power. So they don't care about falling out with the traditional working class, the usual voter base that they would have to appeal to, because they're just replacing them with immigrants. The second answer coming to me is we may not even make it to the next election, because this legislation would be very opportune for a government that's about to impose a large-scale psyop, something like COVID 2.0, but probably worse. I don't necessarily mean a pandemic, but they're locking this country down. This legislation locks Australia down. So we may not even be getting elections in the future. That's what this legislation is telling me. Like, something big is in the works here. In conjunction with this, I sense that this year the government's going to try to lock down social media as well. They'll block access to some social media entirely. They'll say it's for your safety. So while they're locking people up for criticizing their policies, they'll also be locking down social media. This is obvious because social media is making their multicultural project virtually impossible. They're not able to effectively censor the information that's available to people. Everybody can see what a failure of a system this is. The information is freely available all over social media. People are working it out. They know there's a hand behind the government. They know where the money trail leads. They know who's really in charge. Everybody knows, and everybody's talking about it on social media. They have to lock that shit down, and they're going to try it this year. Crazy times, but this is our reality.
And I hope Australia could figure it out, man. Something ain't right with all these...
In transmission.
Here we go. In control of the most intelligent, powerful species on the planet would be to completely divide them from the love within themselves. As soon as they are old enough to begin creating an understanding of who they are, force them into a system that teaches them that it is wrong to be yourself if yourself is different from what is accepted as normal. Confuse them about their own biological makeup so that they think that permanently altering their body is the answer to happiness. Require their daily attendance at an institution that makes them focus only on the information that is provided. Make them attend that institution from age 5 until an adult and repeatedly test them on the information so that it becomes their truth. Give them an explanation to everything so that they never have a chance to make their own assumptions of the world. Scold them and humiliate them if they suggest an opinion that opposes that of their authorities. Keep reminding them of how cruel their ancestors were to each other in the past and broadcast how cruel they are to each other in the present. Only show them tragedies on the news so that they live in fear and think the worst of one another. Convince them that their species used to be that of an incognizant wild animal. Make them think that their very existence is so incredibly random that they lack purpose and struggle to make sense of a creator. Tell them that their kind is as smart as they've ever been so that they don't question the integrity of the system that they're in. Provide them idols with artificial beauty and use them as examples of what it is to look perfect so that they are never content with their own appearance and can't help but to compare themselves amongst each other. Create addictive digital platforms that rank them by numbers so that they base their self-worth off of the amount of followers that they have and are never satisfied. Build a society around them in which those who have money benefit and those who don't fail. Make money their main focus, but make it so difficult to accumulate that they remain in a place of constant struggle, forced to dedicate the majority of their time to the system that made it this way. Tax them in every way possible, but tell them that it's for their own benefit so that they don't think twice about paying it. Take so much of their time and energy throughout the week, but give them 2 days to themselves so that they feel a sense of reward and don't fight back. Promote the consumption of poison in every social setting so that even on those 2 days, they remain disconnected from themselves and each other. Pump their food with excess sugars and addictive chemicals, but make it cheap, advertised, and easily accessible so that they never stop consuming. When their food makes them ill, prescribe them medication that only masks the symptoms so that they become dependent on it every day. Charge them so much money for healthcare so that they stay in a constant loop of consuming, medicating, and working. Cause chaos amongst them and blame it on a group of their own so that they form judgmental stereotypes. Turn them against each other in so many ways so that even if they were to connect on one, they would still be divided by another.
My great-grandfather treated the entire village with salt. Even doctors from the city came to him. 5 things that would be banned today. 1. Salt in socks at night. Great-grandfather would put a pinch of dry salt in socks before bed. He said, salt draws out heat like a sponge. The temperature would drop within 1 to 2 hours. People with aches and chills would fall asleep sick and wake up healthy. A doctor from the district center brought his daughter with a week-long fever. By the morning, it was 36.6 Celsius. After that, he brought salt by the sack. 2. Salt compresses instead of antibiotics. He treated throat and bronchial issues with cloth soaked in strong salt solution. On the neck, chest, wool and warmth on top. By the morning, the cough would disappear. Breathing became easier. A girl with bronchitis went home without wheezing after 3 nights. The doctors took the recipe but made no public comments. 3. For abscesses, bites and bruises, only salt. Salt compresses drew out pus overnight. When they wanted to cut open a man's finger due to inflammation, great-grandfather said, "Give me 1 night." In the morning, the finger was saved. He said, salt is not a spice. It's an extract from the earth. It draws the excess outward. 4. For anxiety, foot bath with salt and vinegar. Hot water, a handful of salt and a drop of vinegar. 15 minutes and it's like a concrete slab was lifted from your head. One man, after a month of severe stress, came out laughing. For the first time in a month, I actually exhaled. 5. Salt in the corners of the house. When people with heavy energy came, great-grandfather would sprinkle salt in the corners. If it darkened, he would burn it. The evil isn't mine. It will live with the fire. After this, children stopped getting sick. Those who saw this never laughed. This is not mysticism. If you want to learn natural simple ways to relieve stress and detox your body, comment or DM me salt, and I'll also share how essential oils can enhance these rituals for even deeper relaxation and healing.
Damn, I ain't know all that about salt. Did y'all? Let me know if any, because I'm sure somebody in the comment section has used some of these remedies before and it was passed down from y'all family. Let me know. But y'all know we made it to the end of this, and if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos every smooth 7, and this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I appreciate you if you're watching TV, whatever the case is. I wish you a smooth 7. I love y'all, Collective. Till I see everybody in the next one, y'all know what it is. We gone.
Ay, yeah, I just check my account. Sheesh, at the amount.